Hey guys, it's me Gerald, it's me Joss. Wondering, you wanna know what you wanna say? How long you been? Where are you? And I was playing Rec Room. You know anything of the game or not? Well, it's fine with me. I'm playing Rec Room. If you want to know something, I played the game like the first time and now until now. And you want me to meet me in person? You want to meet my character in person, well, you have to find me because I'm mostly offline and online because I'm focused playing other games. Because I play so many games, you can't even find me. I mean, in a game. I play Minecraft, but I cannot have Xbox because of it. Anyways, we are also my granny passed away, and so my other one, and my granny's passed away, and my my tita, my tita for. Oh yeah, I'm Philippines also. If you are new or not, press a comment or if you dislike or not. Are you angry? Are you happy? Are you sad of that? And also, you might press some RIP for rest in pieces for that. But anyways, we are ready to also the mind the TV because I'm literally just watching the channel, Travel Channel 64, Travel Channel. You never heard of it? Well, we have a signal here, so let's go signal of General Prologue, Command and Conquer General Lore. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to do a thing like OCs, yeah, I want you to make an OC character of my General Joss name because most of the time OCs are pretty cool. And the OC is one is Sonic, the Sonic universe, like Sonic Forces. Like, I want you guys to create a character like military stuff, like military related, because General Joss need to be fitting well. I mean, you can be a civilian if you like to. Maybe if you become a vigilante or if you come out of anything, or you want to pick anything or any race. No joke. Pick any animal of different types, or bear, cow, or anything, any race of any factions. Not Dr. Eggman, not Dr. Eggman's Botniks. Okay, no. Or you want to make it as well. You want to make me like a military soldier, a general, like an old general, or soldier, or any class like police or military. Or with or straight up, if you know the United Nations, maybe you can give me that as well. And those designs you might put on on DeviantArt. If you learn how to write, how to make designs of drawings, put on DeviantArt because if I write General Joss AU, see, I may able to find it and I like it, like your OCs. And if you like to make OCs of your favorite games, you want to make your character's favorite games, well, pick any game, like Call of Duty, for example. Out the mind, well, I just think about it. Because only just the two of us right now. Okay, I was logic. Okay, create any of my name and character design by what's your favorite games. And if you play your favorite games or your childhood games, make art but with my General John's name and a character. My character is usually any color skin and tone and animals or human or military or civilian or cop or anything related. And you want to create a character of my friend, of a friend named Steve. I was usually make a fan if anyone wants to create a fan dub, like a comic, of my character travel to the universe of the Sonic verse. Which universe, if you like, you wanna go to like the Freedom Fighters one? If you don't know anything about it, it's fine with me. Or people knows the Freedom Fighters from the Sonic universe, or Sonic Forces, will be like they traveled through time from the past before the Resistance come, before they begin routing the Resistance. Do your thing, do anything with my name and character. I am fine with that. You have permission from me. I'm fine. Give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And also please like and also press some rest in peace for my grannies and too. And also if you're wondering, I want to show you something. I have a big fan. Also, this is my bed. This is my room. Yeah, my room is different than you were originally. And the people who actually know my videos, my past videos I just upload, and or not, this room has changed over the years now. You want to tell me what year is it now, and what years? Like I keep saying months or years, because it's over a year right now. And I know it's my don't mind that. Don't mind that. It's my carrot. My carrot go. And my carrot. Oh, I forgot I just really had to remove the headset. Remove the headset. Oh, I had to remove my headset. And anyways, well, let's go. Shall we continue? Okay, we're reacting to that. But also, first of all, well, screen problem. Okay. I will show you the name of this man. Yep, Jane. You want to get a little closer. There we go, Gene. I want you to know the name and write it down if you like to. Just write the name. You want to post the video of my YouTube channel? That's fine by me. And write the name down on YouTube. You can find him of his lore. You want to know more on Command and Conquer Generals, all the enemies, because he's the one worrying on the lore and everything in the game. I want you to find it yourself. Right now, we are watching General Prologue. This is where the beginning of the General was promoted. You know, like the Command and Conquer Generals, are you new or not? I will tell you. The Command and Conquer Generals game is a strategy and command game. In this game, you play as a promoted general, a man. I can't speak. As a promoted general who's promoted. You can play the training. If you don't know anything of the game, you can play the training, because in the game, in the start of the training progress, congratulations on your promotion, general. The promotion. There's different factions, 3 factions in fact: the US, the Chinese, and the GLA, or the Global Liberation Army, or GLA, because I just say it's short, so a lot easier to know that. GLA are, well, I don't know anything Terrace saying, but he will know more. And now, shall we begin? Let's go. Good thing I removed your, you wanna make it an 18.
Hello, General, and congratulations on your promotion. The top brass has given me the task of educating you on the factions, operations, people, and weapon systems seen during the events that span the 21st Century War against the Global Liberation Army.
You want me to roleplay as the general promoted?
This a short introduction to key events that occurred right before the official outbreak of the war itself. I will also be bringing you up to speed on knowledge involved.
Okay, before we move on, you want me to roleplay as the promoted general, and if I do, I think it was straight up out of nowhere promotion. You want to fit my character design to, like, meeting the characters of maybe Sonic the Hedgehog, like the Sonic General Jaws meeting. I can't even speak. Okay, Sonic the Hedgehog. There we go. I'm sorry about that. I always misspelling it every time. Okay. I'm so excited, and I haven't reacted to interaction, or I also, by the way, I cannot do gameplay because I don't have a camera, so I can playing the game with the phone is hard, so it may take some time. But right now we're gonna do reactions. Okay. My voice. Oh god, my voice is so thirsty. Oh, sorry. I'm coughing a lot. Anyways, if you want me to continue of this series, you want me to continue of the general of his channel, if you like me to press yes on the comments, but this most of the time I put on private or on public, or maybe over age of not for kids thing. I did it last time. It was I did it like a couple times in my old videos. It was called Lego Zombies: The Outbreak. Yeah, that one, The Outbreak. Probably okay, but I won't do that again. But you mind tell me how to uh gotcha club thing. Oh, by the way, you want if you want to do a YouTube channel. Oh, by the way, if you never watch any of these called Gotcha is a little game app on you can create anything, you can create your character or anything. But there's a YouTuber I really like called Bad at Everything. His old channel was deleted on YouTube. DMI head to his new video. There's so many on his video TF2 related, because he's going to re-assemble all of it he has saved and then got deleted by by YouTube. So he's got a new channel, so you might check him out. Bad and Everything. It's called Bad and Everything. If you want me to know something, I have a book. Don't mind the cross of the German symbol. I just wrote it like the months back. Oh, by the way, I have. Oh yeah, I just why I'm saying the same thing. I have this book, notebook. I use this a lot. To put the names of both of me here. Or if you haven't watched the trailer, I'm watching the. Have you watched Anime Bro yet? Have you watched any of that show? Like seriously, YouTube channel called Anime Bro. And you might check on Anime Anime Bro. Check on him. Watch on his channel, and you will find my comment of want him to react to the trailer of Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, but he didn't react. So you know what, I want you guys to tell him about that, because I want people to watch the videos rather just nor comments. And I tell Bad and Everything to tell him to watch the both of me here every time, but mostly he didn't know. But he keep on focus on other projects because too busy. And also there's so many YouTubers I've been watching it. Also, if you watch Vanos, if you're not, that's fine by me. If you're not, write Vanos Gaming. Right, Vanos. It's just a YouTuber, Canadian. Vanos Vanos is goofy and funny, and his gang, his team, his friends are goofy as well. Anyways, okay, back to the video. You want me to stay quiet, or press the comments down below if you want me to stay quiet or commentary a lot, because you cannot hear my voice again every time I'm gonna stay quiet. So let's go. And also, here's the time.
Involving the gathering of supplies in order to generate funds, as well as the capturing and garrisoning of important structures and tech buildings seen throughout the various battlefields.
Yeah.
So with all that said, let's begin.
That's from 0 Hour, so yeah.
Much of the information we have in regards to major events that occurred right before the outbreak of the war comes from a report issued by the United Nations Security Council. I'll read the report verbatim, and pause to interject between lines if I think additional information needs to be provided. Security Council Subcommittee Resolution 1379 on Global Liberation Army. Report to...
Wait. You want to put subtitles on because you cannot see.
Security Council. Situational report on GLA activities. Distribution classified. Hotan, China.
Right. Also, you want to keep the subtitles on because you may don't know what's going on. So I will leave the subtitles on YouTube. But if you like me to leave it on, that's fine by me because you need to know what's going on in the series, and people most of the time doesn't know what's going on. The viewers. Oh, by the way, what's your hated YouTuber? Actually, people hate YouTubers who are unlikely not really good or say not really well. There's one YouTuber I don't like, Lemango. Lemango is a YouTuber, Roblox YouTuber, and he's not a really good guy. He messed with another YouTuber once. Is a girl, and he's like assaulting you. She had to pay her bills, and he's not allowing it. Checking his channel, by the way. Check Flamingo. Watch his show. Is every time I keep saying Flamingo, I get a little frustrated because he's not a good guy, and he treated players like not well. With all these like screaming at every time, read on the time of the chat. I never like that. I never like it, so I'm probably gonna say that. So I never like the channel. And also, if you like any YouTuber who are not willing to know what's the new channel is about to release, you remember Alex Spider? By the way, sorry, I was about to say, do you know Alex Spider or not? Alex, okay, I can't speak. There's so many YouTubers in my favorite. I can't even speak. I can't even focus on the video. Okay, Alex Spider is a YouTuber doing Gmod videos of his animation of his character. Watch his channel and you may find out who they are. So for now, I'm going back and stop talking random stuff.
For several months, observers have expressed concern over the activities of the Global Liberation Army, GLA. A loose federation of freedom fighters and terrorists, the GLA has established several strongholds in the republics of Central Asia. By distributing forces and leadership across the borders of these developing nations, the GLA has thwarted efforts to engage in meaningful dialogue. Last year, this group without borders crossed into Western China and began building popular support for an independent state in this remote region. GLA funding continues to grow from unknown sources, and its leadership remains a mystery. While the GLA's leadership may have been a mystery, there are a few key figures among the ranks of the organization. An explosives expert called General Rodal Jazi, a charismatic tribal leader named Prince Kassad, and an insidious but gifted scientist simply known as Dr. Thrax. More information about these three men and their roles within the GLA will be discussed in the future. For now, let's continue with the report. For the bait...
Oh, sorry. Oh, by the way, the video is pretty long, so each one is playing all of it. Exploring the funding and everything related, and I've been watching other shows, and this one is complete. I need to know the lore of the GLA Chinese Mountain Way program that the Chinese says in this one, and I only call it the universe. And oh, by the way, have you heard the Eggman Empire? Is it your first time or not? It's fine. You might write the Eggman Empire. It's a YouTube channel by opponent, only video size. You cannot watch short ones, only live streams. So, but I did mostly get inside by the live streams. I keep me watch Black ST. It's a tier 2 animator. Well, they don't know anything. That's kind of weird. Okay, kind of weird. No. And okay. I want to know how you guys want me to, well, you want to watch the Eggman Empire. I want you to ask, well, by Dr. Eggman. Oh, by the way, a man is acting as the Eggman character as the Eggman. So you want to, well, be silently quiet so to cannot get spawned quiet. To tell him to play a game. This game. General Command and Conquer Generals, what his reaction would be, and I want everybody to play new games, like, well, any game. So now let's go back to the thing where the Beijing government thing.
Beijing government, this incursion along its western border could not have come at a worse time. The reforms in China's Modern Way program have produced new civil liberties and excellent growth in Chinese exports, particularly in light manufacturing and agricultural products. Beijing has repeatedly stated that these changes are here to stay, a position that does not sit well with the GLA. We don't really have any exact details in regards to the Modern Way program, or the aforementioned reforms that took place within it. I think what we can conclude for certain is that these reforms began sometime in the 1980s and have continued to the present time of this report. These reforms may have involved abandoning some of the original hardline Maoist policies of the past, in favor of those that would allow China to prosper in the 21st century. The report mentions new civil liberties, but does not give any details as to exactly what those are. I'd say these changes were primarily economic ones, which, as mentioned, involved increased international trade, particularly with the exportation of agricultural and manufactured goods.
Of course.
While it is not mentioned, I believe another one of the aspects of this Modern Way program involved the modernizing of China's military. A few key generals seem to have risen up during this time period. An infantry tactics specialist named General Shin Fai, an impatient but smart nuclear technology general named Xing Shi Tao, and a former disciple of Soviet tank tactics during the Cold War, General Ta Hun Kwai. More information about these men will be discussed in the future. Such social and economic reforms during this time period boosted China's reputation with many other countries. It also garnered sympathy for them from the UN when the GLA began their incursions into Western China. Reading further into the report, last week, the GLA struck a military depot at Yecheng, stole thousands of rounds of munitions, and destroyed a nuclear power plant. Dangerous levels of radiation have been detected over 100 kilometers downwind. The Chinese government is furious and has refused to allow observers to mediate discussions with the GLA. Several divisions of the Red Army have established positions in the province along major roadways and rivers. Yecheng, also known as Karjalik, is a county in western China under the administration of the Kashgar Prefecture, all within the Xinjiang Autonomous Region. To the west and northwest are the countries of Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan, both of which had come under the control of the GLA. While the United States continues to provide orbital reconnaissance to the Security Council, it has failed to contribute troops to peacekeeping efforts in the region. The Council's refusal to support United States counter-terrorist initiatives in the Middle East in recent years has not been forgotten. USA military forces have remained in port and on base, venturing out only to secure its coastline. Scattered intelligence reports arriving from Europe and Asia indicate that the GLA has established and funded sleeper cells to further spread its sphere of influence. If China succeeds in forcing out the GLA, it is difficult to predict where the group will resurface. The United States would be the logical choice to buttress Chinese efforts to contain the GLA, but the United States continues to maintain its non-involvement in this matter. The United States denies the subcommittee's claim that eventually the GLA will cross paths with USA forces in Asia or elsewhere in the world. So at this point in time, the United States maintained a non-interventionist stance against the GLA, supposedly due to the UN Security Council not supporting its war on terror in various Middle Eastern countries at the start of the 21st century. But I think it's safe to say that there could be more to the situation than just that. One issue might have been the population of the US being tired of such wars, and whatever the current administration was at the time, being hesitant to get involved in a new one. There is also the matter of the US viewing China as an emerging competitive power on the world stage, and the GLA being a thorn in their side could certainly serve to indirectly benefit the US. If the US did get more involved, though, the country had a few key generals it could rely on to fight on its behalf. The even-tempered yet uncompromising Air Force General Malcolm Granger, defense and superweapons expert Alexis Alexander, and last but not least, laser weapons expert General Towns. Again, more details on these generals and their arsenals will be provided in the future. While China had the military capabilities to push the GLA out of its territory, the Security Council was worried about the organization making its way west towards Europe. This is why the Council wanted the US to deploy its forces to act as a blockade against such movements, in order to keep the GLA contained to the Middle East and prevent them from directly threatening Europe. Finally, for the last paragraph, the subcommittee recommends to the Security Council that it continue to maintain an open channel with the GLA, to establish a clear set of boundaries for Chinese activity, and to communicate the need for USA participation in peacekeeping initiatives before the Council loses its influence on the situation. As we know by now, the Council did ultimately lose all influence on the situation.
Of course.
It seems that all three of the major powers involved were not interested in finding a peaceful solution.
Yeah.
The GLA ignoring, if not outright rejecting any talks of peace.
Yeah, literally.
China not wanting to hold back on any retaliatory strikes against the GLA.
Of course.
And the USA's reluctance to even get involved in the entire debacle in the first place.
Duh.
All this would eventually culminate in the GLA making a devastating attack on the Chinese capital of Beijing.
Yeah.
Which would be the catalyst that ignited the first major conflict against the GLA.
Oof. Okay, now we get
Well,
the
General,
resources.
now that you're caught up to speed on the events that led to the conflict, I wanted to take some time to go over how each faction would generate additional funds for themselves, as well as having the opportunity to take control of various neutral tech buildings found at key locations on the battlefield. While all generals would receive an initial allocation of funds with which to fight their opponents on the battlefield, they were encouraged to seek out and find ways to generate additional funds. Their initial primary source of income came from supply docks.
Yep.
These docks were recognizable due to the high volume of shipping containers, crates, barrels, and boxes stacked on top of each other, all of which contained various amounts of resources and goods to support military operations on the battlefield. These resources included, but were not limited to, food, water, ammo, medical supplies, clothing, and various types of metals such as steel and aluminium. Of course, most of these resources could, and would, simply be processed at a faction-specific supply center and sold for cash. A full supply dock typically held a value of about 30,000 American dollars worth of supplies. Smaller caches of supplies can be found scattered throughout the battlefield. They were usually found close to a city, small village, or strategic checkpoint. These caches only held a value of about $3,750. Supply crates from the United Nations could also be found scattered throughout parts of the battlefield. These crates were originally intended to be delivered to local towns and villages as part of humanitarian efforts in the region, providing food, water, and medicine. However, generals looking to gain additional funds would procure these crates for themselves, as a means of supporting their operations in the area. The value of the crates varied, usually depending on their size. Crates could hold a value between $100 and $2,500.
Damn.
Each of the three major powers had their own preferred methods of collecting said supplies. Without going into too much detail, the U.S. relied on CH-47 Chinook helicopters to pick up and transport the goods via a net.
By the way,
in this manner, they could carry about 600...
Hold on. Okay, you want me, like, riding a... You want me also... You want to add my character, like, riding a vehicle or aircraft. You want to ride me a Chinook, or you don't know anything of that, or a helicopter, or a straight-up tank. Corn. Oh yeah, watching on TV right now. If you want me to higher the volume a bit, because if you'd like to. Anyways, and where you want me to, like, my character will be in the Sonic universe for now, but the other shows will be also, if you learn to draw, put your pictures on DeviantArt. I may check on it because I want to find any drawings of my character, General Joss. Also put the name General Joss because I will recognize it immediately. See General, because I know it already because I have a name of that. And and you want me in like a vehicle, or maybe ride a vehicle with like the Sonic's friends, Sonic, Sonic and his friends. It might be perfect for that because after all, my character is a good man. My character is a good and kind, respectful man. He's not insulting. He doesn't like races. By the way, oh by the way, I never like racism because I don't want to insult black men because racist. Again, what's with only in America and straight up racist to black people? That and straight up cop brutality right there. And by the way, I never like racism. I never like do any race like racist things that do to black men because I respect them. I respect black people. I respect them. I'm not freaking racist or anything. I'm not racist to black men. I respect them. I respect them kindly. Again, white people, straight up racism right now. And anyways, if you anything like put some respect to people who are been brutally beaten by cops are really racist to black men. When are you a black person, respect those people there. Respect those black men. Respect. Put some respect on those black people. Respect, man. I never like people who are straight up racist to black people. I never like it. So, please put some F's. That means respect on it. But back to the video again. Back to the video.
$100 worth of supplies.
Damn.
This number could be increased to $660 with the establishment of more efficient supply lines.
Ooh.
China relied on large supply trucks. These vehicles couldn't carry as much as the Chinooks, only about $300 worth for each full load.
Yep.
But they were cheaper to build and purchase compared to the Chinooks. The GLA would rely on workers who were, let's say, coerced into collecting supplies for the organization.
Of course.
These guys could only carry one box at a time, that one box only typically being worth about $75. The workers do seem to be able to collect a slightly higher dollar value in supplies if they are outfitted with shoes to wear, about $83 worth to be precise, as well as being able to walk faster, increasing the rate at which said supplies could be gathered.
Nice.
Each faction also had their own unique direct method of collecting additional funds. For the US, this involved supply drop zones, where an AC-130 would fly over the marked location every 2 minutes to deliver crates of additional funds. In total, the pair-dropped crates provided $1,500.
Oh, by the way, you can capture the buildings. Oh, by the way, if you want to play the game, capture an enemy building from this game. You can capture enemy buildings. You cannot like straight up destroy it. You can use it against them. You can like use the you can actually use like the bases of like the three factions. You like play the Chinese, the GLA, or USA. Thus, capture the buildings and use it against them because they do a lot of damage and they do a lot. Last time I did that, I did it a lot of times. Last time I was like capturing, and I was playing as the GLA. In Mission 2, I captured a US base, a barracks. I captured a US barracks and used it against it, and then used it. No joke, I used it last time. It was complete fun. Okay, back to the video. Oh, by the way, there's like mountain letters. M, shift. /N, K, and replay. So back to that. Oh shoot, that's zoom. Back in full screen. K was K.
Worth of supplies. Just like with the Chinooks, this number could be increased to $1,650 if the American general established more efficient supply lines. For China, they would use specially trained hackers to siphon the internet for more money.
Of course.
Depending on the rank of these hackers, depends on the amount of funds they can gather each second.
I love
Rank
it.
0 hackers gather $5 every few seconds.
I love you, but on the
Rank
correct
1s
order.
gather $6 at a slightly faster rate. Rank 2s gather $8, again, at a slightly faster rate. And Rank 3 hackers are skilled enough to gather $10 every second. For better protection, hackers could be housed at a structure called the Internet Center, which had enough room for 8 of them. China's most famous agent, that being Black Lotus, could also directly hack into an enemy supply center or stash, stealing up to $1,000. Three-star Chinese generals could gain the ability to directly cash hack funds from an enemy supply center or stash. This ability had 3 levels to it, with level 1 able to steal 1,000 American dollars worth of funds, level 2 stealing $2,000, and level 3 stealing $4,000. These numbers are, of course, based off how much money the other faction actually has available. For example, if the enemy faction only has a total of $800 in funds, then Cash Hack will only steal that amount. For the GLA, they would set up a black market, where they would buy and sell weapons and other banned or illegal supplies. This kind of market would generate about $20 per second worth of transactions. The GLA could even establish multiple markets throughout an occupied area. Be wary though, as some of these markets could be decoys and booby-trapped with explosives.
Of course.
In addition, the GLA could pick up scrap from destroyed vehicles and sell it off for some extra cash. The GLA would also offer some of their battlefield commanders a cash bounty on any enemy units that they destroyed.
Yeah.
There were 3 levels of this bounty, with level 1 being about 5% the cost of the destroyed unit, level 2 being worth about 10%, and level 3 being 20% of the cost. Another possible source of revenue that the major powers could make use of were oil derricks. These derricks were usually under the ownership of a third-party company, but they could be captured in order to provide extra funds to support combat operations on the battlefield. As soon as a derrick is captured, it immediately provides the new owner $1,000. So long as that general maintained control over said oil derrick, it would continue to generate about $200 every 12 seconds. For the USA, if their forces are able to establish supply lines, they could generate $220 every 12 seconds. Of course, where there are oil derricks, there may also be an oil refinery nearby. Instead of just selling off the crude oil generated from a derrick, it could instead be shipped over to the nearby refinery to be refined into fuel to be used in vehicles, thereby reducing the cost of vehicle production by 10%. If a general had many damaged vehicles out on the battlefield, but was unable to bring them back to base to be repaired, they could instead requisition a civilian repair bay in a nearby city or village. By capturing this structure, extra tools and parts could be brought over to vehicles to allow their crews to make active repairs to them, while still maintaining their positions on the front lines. Vehicles were not the only things needing repairs, or healing so to speak. Infantry who sustained wounds in battle would need access to medical supplies and facilities. Urban warfare provided generals the opportunity to capture nearby hospitals in order to provide enhanced medical support for their troops, allowing them to immediately gain first aid and healing right after an engagement. Another neutral structure that was a common sight throughout the various battlefields of the war were these abandoned artillery platforms. These platforms might have been originally set up and used in past wars. It turns out that some of the cannons on them still work, and if captured and recrewed, they could act as an additional defensive platform on the front lines, or help cover the flanks of an established base. These cannons had both a maximum and minimum range. If enemy infantry or vehicles were able to get close enough to the structure, the cannon on top of the platform would be unable to fire down on them. The last neutral military structure was the reinforcement pad. These had a similar function to the artillery platforms, in that they may have been initially used in past wars. They could be captured and put back into service, in which they would be used to provide reinforcements to whatever general was in possession of it. The reinforcement would be airdropped onto the pad every 2 minutes, and it was always a vehicle of some kind. Usually, the vehicle would be a tank, but some generals required more specific vehicles as reinforcements. For example, USA General Malcolm Granger, who was not a big fan of tanks, would request that Humvees be paradropped on the pad, while GLA General Prince Kassad preferred quad cannons to be delivered, rather than the standard Scorpion tanks. Other military-related structures include bunkers that infantry could garrison. These bunkers were quite resilient to attacks, able to take a lot of punishment before finally being destroyed, unless the enemy used bunker buster bombs, bioweapons, or flamethrowers to clear them out.
Yeah.
Civilian buildings would also be occupied by troops, especially during urban combat operations.
Yeah.
There you have it, General. The events that led to the outbreak of the war, and how each faction's generals would generate income to further fund said war, including the requisitioning and use of other neutral tech structures to make use of on the battlefields. Keep in mind that there were other important events that occurred well before the war's outbreak, such as the Mudanjiang disaster in 2007, the Taiwan conflict in 2009, and the sinking of the USS Nelson in 2012, as well as other key events that will get mentioned in future videos. More information on the three major powers involved in the conflict, including the weapons, vehicles, and tactics each of them used during it, will also be provided to you in the future. But for now, General, know that the stage is set for one of the biggest conflicts of the 21st century.
Begins.
In the modern world, great leaders resolve their conflicts with words.
God punches. Look at this game. Who will reveal? Command and Conquer Generals. Okay guys, this is the end. Soon I will be uploading the next video of this. Global Liberation Army, or GLA, Command and Conquer General's Lore. We'll see you in the next video, but please create a character of my name. Put General Joss, or put military, anything you like on your favorite games, or anything related, or shows, movies, any games related, or movies and anime series, or a lot of the shows. Favorite series, favorite games, favorite movies, or straight up anime. So see you later, General. See you later, guys. And also please like and comment and subscribe to my channel. Put unhappy face, and you please stay indoors, be safe, keep close distance, keep an eye out for danger, and please be safe. There's crime in and out of the country, so good luck, people, and also press, and see you in the next one. Bye.